Hey guys, I hope you're having a great weekend. This is going to be a Saturday and Sunday video. Saturday, we found Joe Biden going over to church at Holy Trinity. That's pretty much his normal routine when he's in Washington, D.C. He did go to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I didn't have a ticket. It was $350, and I wasn't even invited in the first place. C'est la vie. Sunday, we've got Marine One going off shortly. We've got him flying to Minnesota for the Walter Mondale Memorial Service. He'll be coming back tonight, but I think the weather's going to stop him from flying back on Marine One because it's going to be really bad here in DC later tonight. Before I do that though, I'm going to take you guys up to Kalorama, which is where Barack Obama lives. It's where 6 presidents have lived after or before their terms in office. It's a pretty famous neighborhood. But today I'm going to tell you guys a famous spy story involving a woman with a casual moral compass, so they say. 5. So it's kind of like, he's going to the Hilton. What time is he going? 9 o'clock?
9:30 is the remarks.
So he'll be getting there a little early. If
you can catch the motorcade arrival outside of the Washington D.C.
Yeah, it's the White House Correspondents' Agency thing tonight. This is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, where they come from? Full press. Doors are open. Joe! Hey, Joe! Joe! Wow. Joey B!
That's him.
There he is, right there.
There we go.
Right around to the end, right there. There he is.
I didn't get it. You get him.
Stop that car! Stop that car!
Next one.
Didn't realize he would be on this side of the car. That's got to be a fun job.
Yep. There it is.
Goes above there.
Is it,
Left-hand side.
it's a decoy though.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they got 2, 3, I think.
If you look through those cones where the cones are.
Between the cones.
Way back here.
Oh, okay.
You can look at my viewfinder if you can't.
It's the helicopter that we just heard. It's just landing on the top one.
It's the official one that'll pick up the president.
Oh, what a bumpy landing.
It's about to come out and hit on him.
Agent.
No, it's too
The helicopter is here to pick up the president.
Guys, 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
His agent just came out.
I see.
Agent?
Ooh, he might be talking to the press. He might have stopped.
Oh, there he is.
There she blows.
Yep, they can actually see him. Yeah. Hey.
We thought they were just always here, but only if he's leaving.
Yep.
How cool. Nice.
Now, this is an old fire department call box, but these have been repurposed as artistic easels, basically, and local artists have drawn the 6 presidents that lived in this area. William Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson, Harding, Barack Obama, Hoover, and FDR all made their homes in this general. Over there, 2215 Wyoming Avenue is currently the Embassy of Syria, but that was also the home of William Howard Taft, the only president who, after serving as president, went back to serve as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Now, Taft was a very big man, a very heavy man, and unfortunately, he died. He died right in that house and was the first president to be buried in Arlington Cemetery. Guys, this amazing house, which is currently getting set up for a party or a filming, this is the French ambassador's house. You see out in front there's a Statue of Liberty. It's currently covered with Ukrainian colors, but this is a copy of the Statue of Liberty that was originally in Paris, I believe, and shipped over here for a few years. But this is one of the grandest ambassadorial homes in all of Washington, D.C. I think it's exceeded only by the American ambassador's house in Paris, which is also pretty tremendous. So right over there, guys, that's 2314 Wyoming Avenue, and that is the current embassy of Monaco. But many years ago, that was the home of Warren Harding. President Harding lived here in this Kalorama neighborhood. There are a lot of other famous houses around this area. Let's go for a walk, yeah? Let's walk down the street because I want to talk to you about a woman named Amy Elizabeth Thorpe. Over there is 2129 Wyoming, and that is currently the Macedonian Embassy. But back in the 1940s, that was the embassy of the Vichy French government. The Vichy French were based right here. So Amy Elizabeth Thorpe, then she became Amy Elizabeth Pack, or the British call her Betty Pack. Amy Elizabeth Thorpe was the daughter of a very successful Marine. U.S. Marine officer. That gave her sort of an entree to the diplomatic and social swirl of Washington, D.C. She eventually met a British diplomat, Pack, and married him, taking the name Amy Elizabeth Pack. But British intelligence found her to be, well, beautiful, intelligent, conversant, and having a shaky moral compass, as you would say. They decided that she would make an excellent spy, and they gave her the code name Cynthia. So Amy Elizabeth Pack followed her husband on assignments to Spain, Poland, and Prague, using her skills to obtain important intelligence for the British. The British then sent her husband to Chile, but decided she would be better used if she went to Washington, D.C., where she was given the cover of a journalist. She was given the task of seducing either the Vichy French ambassador, his assistant, or the press attaché, a man named Charles Broussais. Broussais was a successful newspaper owner from the south of France, and he had a lunch date with Cynthia. And a few hours later, they were lovers. Now, the reason that she was close to the Vichy France is because she needed the code books that covered the defenses for North Africa. All right, the Americans wanted to invade North Africa, the Allies wanted to invade North Africa, and they needed those codes. And those codes were in the safe of this embassy. So she convinced Broussais, who was actually kind of a pro-French, anti-Vichy diplomat, to help her out. They decided that they were going to break in and crack the safe and get the codes. Now, to do this, the Broussais told the guard that this was his lover, and he wanted to have an affair with her, but he couldn't take her to his home or a hotel where he might be spotted. So he bribed the guard to let them meet in their little trysts here at the embassy. So one night they decided it was now or never to get the safe. They snuck into the embassy and into a back room. They were ready to go ahead and crack the safe when the security guard started to jiggle the door to walk in. Thinking quickly, Amy Elizabeth Park stripped naked, except for a bead of pearls and her shoes. The security guard walked in. She attempted somewhat to cover herself, and the security guard, very embarrassed, excused himself. Oh, sorry. That gave him a little bit of time so they were able to crack the codes, give the code book to a waiting accomplice who copied it, and then brought it back and put it in the next day so no one would even know it was gone. The war moved to an end. Amy Elizabeth Pack's husband eventually passed away from disease or old age. She ended up marrying the French guy that she had turned, Broussais. They lived a very happy life together in the south of France until Amy Elizabeth Pack died in about the 1960s. I guess it would be Amy Elizabeth Broussais. Now, she was asked later in life if she had any regrets about what she had done. And I have to read this entire quote to you so you guys get the full feeling of what she felt. Was I ashamed? Not in the least. My superiors told me that the results of my work saved thousands of British and American lives. It involved me in situations from which respectable women would draw back, but mine was total commitment. Wars are not won by respectable methods. Guys, Amy Elizabeth Thorpe, Amy Elizabeth Pack, codename Cynthia. Very interesting story, and it all took place right here in this house.